Yeah, let me know if you see yours. And I see an email that says that we are live on some other stuff.
I don't see it on mine yet.
You don't see it on yours yet? Let me get my what's your name again? Your name is Quest. Your name is Quest. And I'm looking for your page. Quest Green. Click that one. And yeah, it is. It's there. You
Yes.
maybe how many pages you got, man? Maybe you have so many pages that
Oh
you're
no, it's there
looking on the
now. It's
wrong
there
one.
now. No, no, I was looking on the right one. It just didn't pop up at that time.
Maybe you're so important that the 37th page was a little late. Yeah, so what's up, y'all? I hope you are doing well. And so, in a moment of time, since we are live on this here video,
This year,
uh, Quest and I are going to wait. First, I'm gonna do something. Y'all like behind the scenes? One second. No, I shouldn't do it that way because it's gonna interrupt us. Do it on my watch. Set alarm for 11:52.
I love it.
You don't have the Alarms app installed.
Are you really true? You serious, lady? All
Yeah.
right. All right. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is let these good people on the audio side enjoy with us, and we're going to get this party started, y'all. All right. So, Quest,
Yes.
do
Wide
me.
oversight.
Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? What up? What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest. You already know what it is. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. You know what I'm saying? I am the host with the most, alongside my co-host, my mellow, my mellow. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and everyone else in between. L. David Harris.
Get on the mic.
And MC.
Yo, Quest,
Yes, indeed.
I ain't got no bell today, but guess what?
I already know.
Class is still in session. Ring. Let's go, man.
What if we had them kind of horns, you know what I'm saying, during remember when we was in Greater and the bell rang?
Bruh. I already didn't like being there. That would have just made it worse.
Oh man.
I like Greater, but I just didn't like school. So it's one of them
come on.
things, man. How you do that?
We was taking our time leaving the lunchroom downstairs up to our
Yeah.
classrooms, or if you was in the new wing, you know what I'm saying? For those who
Yeah.
don't know, me and Dave go way, way back. We went to the beginning years of high school together. And yeah, man, it's funny. I remember going down the steps. I remember that payphone at the bottom of the steps that everybody used to go to use. I remember
Yeah.
that lunchroom with the
Yeah, we had
lockers
to
all
we had
around it.
the little tunnel to go to the gym, which was right there. I got to
New
go
wing,
down and
the new down
under.
the steps. Yep, and go under, then go back up again.
I don't know what that was about. I guess if it snowed, you didn't have to get cold. I don't know. What's the purpose?
Memories, man, memories.
Yeah.
I'm a little overjoyed today. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
We
Because
like joy.
the book is finally finished.
Listen, I see you with your glamour shots. Maybe that's
Oh,
not the right word. I seen the glamour shots.
yo, let me tell you,
I could have mentioned the interior, but I figured I'd pick the glamour shots. I like
yo.
those. Let's go.
So let me tell you, it's definitely been. It hasn't even been a long journey. It has been a long journey in here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a long journey in here. Shouts out to Jasmine Womack because she really gave me the blueprint and allowed me to accomplish what needed to be accomplished in really a 3 month period. It's really a 6 month program. And truth be told, I wrote the bulk of the book over a 3-day weekend. She had this really writing intensive 3-day workshop, and I got most of the work done there. And
I'm
so
mad at her.
Yeah, man.
I'm mad at her.
you mad at her? She's good.
Yes.
People. She's good people. I promise you. But it's done. The layout design is done. And now today I got to meet with my boy from Damascus Media, and we're gonna design the cover, and then hopefully within the next month we can get it all completed and done, and have them ready for pre-sale. And yeah.
Listen, man, I was playing when I said that. I was just looking in my little file, man.
Yeah.
I made my J. Quest Green author file.
Oh,
October 14, 2016. Wow. 2016, October 14, the day before my birthday. That was when we first looked at you making this move. October 14, 2016. It's on my computer, man. You know I keep everything.
That's crazy, D.
Yeah.
That means at some point in time we got to go back and finish the, you know what I'm saying? The dual.
Yo, shout to your writing coach and the team. I know you got people in different parts of the planet that are making this happen. So I'm proud of you, man, because that was, and look, I'm going to tell you something else. That was my number 5 author potential. I can't tell you where I am now, man. We way down the list. It's not, we way down the list. We pushing the 40, man. We getting to 40 on that journey.
You know what's so funny about all of this, D, is that for most people, like writing might be your forte.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I've always looked at it with not fearful eyes, but like, every time I think about having to write, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
It's so funny what happens when a system goes into place, though.
Yes, sir.
To handle your inefficiencies. And then when I saw the actual completion of the layout of the internal layout, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little misty. You know,
bro, it was great.
Yeah, because when you write, you never really think about what the outcome is going to look. Now, for you, this is like a regular thing. How many you done dropped now, D?
If I say it, y'all not gonna believe me, so forget it. I got triple digits, man. I got triple digits. It's ridiculous. I got too many in various formats. There's a lot of books out there. I'll just say
y'all want to know how dope D is, just go to Amazon and search authors L. David Harris, and I'm telling you, you're gonna find books galore. Like this,
I got names that y'all don't know about too. Like I got a female pseudonym because I wanted to write a women's issue book, but I'm not gonna tell you who she is.
Come on,
because then you're not gonna read it because you're gonna say he got too much testosterone to write that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man. I ain't gonna front D. Just to see the manifestation of it, I was a little overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
That's love, man. I'm glad that you were overwhelmed because it's been a long journey, and considering what the book is about.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just say this again, keep the faith. Like, listen, I'm not gonna steal your thunder on it, but I'm just thankful that this is your first project. Like like you could have said How I Made $1 Million in 30 Days. Like you could have done one of those.
Absolutely.
But you put some stuff that really, really matters. And I haven't even read it. I didn't even read what I saw in the image when you put that out there. But I know it's great because God put greatness in you. And I'm excited for you, man.
And to God be the glory, man. It's an amalgamation of tools and strategies and life experiences and mountain high experiences, valley low experiences. And
that's life.
The principles will help you, like for real, just make some good decisions and take your marriage to the next level.
So let me just say, I know you transition normally to something with me, but today is one of them days that I gotta get on a call.
Yep.
So we gonna hit you in the head for like 11, 12 minutes.
Yep.
And cut you loose. On the Jamaica side, life is life. I'm thankful. I'm looking forward to continue to grow in every way. And we run, man. Let's keep going.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
What we talking about today, D?
Yeah. So sometimes people get married and have regrets after
Mm,
they have made the vow
mm,
and now are married. I mean, a million different reasons. Sometimes you feel like, oh, you missed the red flags, and maybe I shouldn't have married him or her, or, 1,000 different reasons. I said a million before. I'm going to just drop it down to 1,000, right? So the real question is, even though you have this regret in your bosom, now that you're married, now what?
So
What can we do in 10, 12 minutes here, bro? What can we do with this?
let me say this real quick for those who are not in this situation, but you about to be in this situation.
Oh,
Number one, don't rush to get married. You should never get married until you realize that you don't need marriage at all. That's number one. That's a whole nother conversation, D, for another day. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. You should never get married until you realize that you never really need. I'm telling you, I'm looking at Adam. Adam didn't know he needed marriage. He didn't. He was good, doing what he was doing, knowing who he was and where he was supposed to be doing it. My man was completely whole. It wasn't until God said, I need to put a little balance in your life.
wow.
So that's first and foremost. Like, let me just tell those. I think people need to realize and understand. I'm sorry. People need to realize and understand that divorce is not the problem. Once you get to those places, defective marriages are the problem. And defective marriages due to defective people.
Wow.
So my question is, if you got married and all of a sudden you're having regrets, could it possibly be that you got married before your time?
It's possible. Likely.
Yep.
Can I just say real quick? Simone
Yeah.
said, no, listen to those who love you and have your best interest at heart.
Oh, come on.
And can I just say, she also said, that's my wife, by the way, y'all.
Shouts out to myself.
She said, I have all caps, no regrets. Shameless plug. Thank you. Thank you, Simone. I have no regrets either. I'm on record.
No.
But you're right. I mean, there are times that we run ahead, and Simone is right to say there are people who can see things, who love you and have your best interest at heart. So value that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think what it is, D, is that people are in love with the idea of marriage, but are not in love with the requirements or the process that it takes to achieve what they envision in their mind. Because you just don't get the perfect person and create that. It takes some arguments. It's going to take some ups, some downs, some in-betweens, some unexpected challenges, difficulties, opposition. And it's not what you face, but how you face it.
Can I say I feel like I'm a catch,
Yeah.
but I'm not a perfect catch.
No.
So really, I guess if people are experiencing regrets, one of the first things, and I know that things can be very bad. I mean, I'm not trying to maybe we need to drill this next week, Quest. But looking at myself as also human, and that there are things in my nature, in my character, in my behavior style that are less than complimentary. Can we just leave it simple like that? Then there is always room for my improvement. And that's not to say act like things are peachy keen when there are things that your spouse really needs to work on because they're destructive in the marriage. But I just want to say, recognize your humanity and say, you know what? There are things I need to improve, and my spouse may have more in this moment, but let's see what we can do to make this work.
I think that that's major, D, because a lot of the times when stuff happens, we never look in the mirror at ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We always look at the other person as to blame because we really just don't like to see ourselves in a negative light.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I sorrow pretty decently because
Mm-hmm.
I still understand that as I matriculate through life, just when you think you get to a particular place, the goal moves and there's
Yeah.
still yet more growth. And I sorrow in it from time to time because I'm like, man, I should be over this or be doing better in this particular area right now. But I realize that our life is nothing but a learning journey. And
Listen.
as you get older, you find out new things about yourself. And if you find it out about yourself and you don't like them about you, you think somebody else gonna be crazy about their stuff that you don't like?
Nope.
So it would really behoove us to identify those things. I think we've talked about it on a number of different occasions, and this inability to self-assess. Just really look
Mm-hmm.
at yourself in the mirror and say, I don't like this about you. This is not good. And it not only is it not good for you, it's not good for the relationship that you're in.
Yeah. I think Saint Jerome. I think it was Saint Jerome who said, "Good, better, best. Never let it rest
Oh, come
until
on.
the good is better and the
And
better
better.
best."
Come
But
on.
listen, there's a man, the late E. Earl Cleveland, a preacher.
Come on.
He said, "Good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good is better and the better." And then he pauses. And then everybody shouts, "Best." And he's like, "I know you would make that mistake.
Yeah.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good is better and the better, better."
Better gets
Because our humanity is flawed. Our humanness is flawed. And so best is not a destination, not in reality. That is an unwell mindset.
Yep.
Because if you believe in that best concept about yourself, then you think your best is enough. And then when you make a mistake or you discover a new flaw that was already there, but you just didn't know about it, then you are subject to depression, subject to all kinds of negative stuff because you actually thought that those filters you put on your TikTok video were your real face. That wasn't real. It was never real.
Yep.
So it's not to give you a complex. It's a matter of recognizing that living human organisms continue to grow,
Yeah.
or else you're dead.
So and you don't only have to die a physical death. You die
Correct.
emotional death, a mental death. So we started out with the regrets after you get married.
Mm-hmm.
And Matthew 19 was something that I was reading the other day, and I took these notes after reading a combination of Matthew 19 and some stuff that Miles Monroe wrote. I
Wow.
wish I could tell you the name of the book, but I wrote the notes here. And as it relates to that same thing you were talking about, he said, and what I wrote down was when Jesus said all men cannot receive this saying, he meant that marriage is not for everyone. The same way that singleness is, the same that being unmarried is not for everyone. I want to catch myself because I don't.
Yeah. Consistency. You've been talking about this for 3 weeks, so I got you.
Yes.
Yes.
So being married is not for everyone. Being unmarried is not for everyone. And I wrote, many people get married before they are truly ready and live to regret their decision. Jesus's counsel is don't rush into this thing. Don't be in a hurry to get married. Not everybody is ready for that kind of commitment. Stated another way, you are not ready for marriage until you are willing never to get out of it. If you have any thought of a prenuptial agreement, you are not ready for marriage. If you have any way regard divorce, or if you in any way regard divorce as an out, you are not ready for marriage.
Wow.
If you are not willing to stay in, don't get in. You are better off remaining unmarried.
There's honor in all of that. There's honor in that. So, Quest, can we go on record and say that we're going to drill this one next week?
Oh, we definitely.
You want to do that? The Lord spares
Yes, we
life.
can.
We unpack it. We give you a little taste, and I apologize. I really do need to to connect with somebody in just a few minutes.
Oh no,
And
this is the season of
this is real.
I said it this morning. Obedience, discernment, and opportunity. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So recognize that whereas we could have, I said could have missed some red flags, sometimes it's really not that at all.
And that's what we want to touch too,
you just exactly.
Why you missed the red flags? What were you doing that you missed the red flags?
Yeah. And in other times there were no red flags except within yourself. And you chose from an unwell space to get married. In both cases,
the
majority of the marriages can be redeemed. There were some where, wow. So I'm not naive. Quest is not naive. There are some where it's like, well, I don't know what to say. But for the majority, these marriages can be redeemed. And your marriage can be a testimony. Remember Pee-wee and his wife, 2 therapists?
Yep.
Very good in their therapy practice. Huh?
Out the DMV.
Yes.
Yep.
And they are both therapists. They were divorced. They remarried each other. Can I just say that? Maybe that's a good way. Both of them therapists, they divorced and they remarried each other. Unbelievable story, but it happened. So there are ways that if we're willing to work, that it can become phenomenal.
But that's the end result, D, when you make a decision to be unique, be separate, and to be whole.
Hey.
That's the byproduct.
Sweet. Yeah, man. So close us out in a couple seconds, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Marriage is a serious thing, y'all. Don't play with it. Y'all know what I always say, from shaky to good, from good to great. Ultimately, what we want is phenomenal, but that don't just happen. It takes work.
Holla at y'all. There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another, will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next